There is a way to become immune to the ego and access a kind of prosperity that almost no one knows about. When you find this path, your life starts to align in ways that seem like coincidences, but they're not. But there's a catch. Most people never manage to access this, and you'll soon understand why. How many times have you chased after a desire only to realize it brought you more burden than lightness? Stay with me, because even though it's simple, there are 3 points that change everything. There is an ancient secret that separates those who live on autopilot from those who find the true path. And what if I showed you that it's possible to experience this turning point today? Keep watching and you'll understand why most people can't do it and what you can do differently. Before I show you what really changes the game, do this. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell because there's a new video every Wednesday. If at any point this content opens your mind or helps you in any way, go ahead and hit the like button. It might seem like a small thing, but that's exactly what makes the algorithm show this video to more people, creating a wave of good that comes back to you and to all of us together. And take the opportunity to leave a comment here with any idea or insight that comes up, because sometimes it's a simple phrase that can inspire someone else too. But why is it that so many people try to change and still can't move forward? There's an invisible force that keeps people stuck in the same old cycle, and most don't even notice it. Maybe you've felt this before. That feeling of fighting against something you can't even name. And this is exactly where the point comes in that almost no one talks about. But that makes all the difference. Stay with me. There are 3 simple points, and when the third one clicks, everything falls into place. Now let's get to the how. What really changes your path is learning to stop wanting what your ego invents and start wanting what is truly best for you. That's what many people call wanting what God wants for you. It seems counterintuitive, I know, and that's why most people can't do it. They try to control the whole map and confuse strength with direction. Instead, let's go through 3 steps, which are the 20% that generate 80% of the results: attention, intention, and surrender. Within each step, you'll get a metaphor, a logic inversion, a simple experiment, a promise of expansion, and a human connection so that you not only understand, but also feel. Attention. First, notice where desire is born. Imagine 2 radios playing at the same time. One shouts urgency, comparison, haste, the ego. The other plays a calm, clear sound that doesn't need to prove anything. Peace. When you don't notice, you end up dancing to the wrong music. The inversion here is powerful. The more you chase after the desire that tightens, the further you get from what you truly want. Experiment. Pick a desire that's alive in you today and ask yourself honestly, does this bring me anxiety or does it bring me calm? Don't judge, just observe. If anxiety comes up, that's a sign that you were tuned in to the ego's radio station. Promise. When you change the frequency, your mind slows down, your body breathes, and your decisions become smarter, as if someone had wiped the windshield on a rainy day. Connection. I've seen this in practice. People who insisted on a specific outcome, stuck on, it has to be this way, and when they noticed the frequency, they stopped fighting. Shortly after, something bigger and more aligned showed up through a path they hadn't even considered. It's like looking for the key in the wrong room. When you turn on the right light, the key was there the whole time. Still on the topic of awareness, the lighthouse metaphor is worth mentioning. If the lighthouse points at the fog, you see fog. If it points at what's clear, a path appears and the inversion happens again. It's no longer desire that brings clarity. It's more clarity that repositions desire. A millimeter adjustment in attention changes kilometers of results down the road. The ego tries to rush. Attention takes the rush out of the picture. Intention. Second, define the internal direction. It's not about creating a new want. It's about aligning your will with what is already available as the best within your reach. Imagine a boat. Without a rudder, any wind will take you anywhere. With a rudder, even a headwind pushes you in the right direction. Inversion. Lasting prosperity doesn't come from piling up desires, but from aligning yourself with the flow of what makes sense right now. Experiment. In silence, repeat softly, I want what leads me to peace now. Observe your body. Sometimes your chest relaxes. Sometimes your posture aligns. Sometimes it just makes your breathing easier. Promise. Life begins to reorganize itself around this intention. People, tasks, and opportunities rearrange themselves like pieces that attract each other. Connection. I accompanied someone who switched from saying, I need to close X to, I want what leads me to peace and to what is good, true, and useful now. Within 2 weeks, they missed the deadline for that X, but received an invitation that paid twice as much, with less effort and much more meaning. Course adjusted, wind at your back, surrender. Third, let go of the excess control over how and when things should happen. Metaphor: holding sand in your hand. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips away. Relax your grip a little and it rests there. Reversal: too much control decreases your chances. Letting go just enough creates space for life's intelligence to operate. Experiment. Imagine your desire tied to a balloon. Let the ribbon go a little. Watch the balloon slowly rise. Notice the lightness in your body, the silence between your thoughts. Promise: when you let go, something unexpected finds its way to you. And, interestingly, it usually turns out to be simpler than the complicated plan you were trying to force. Connection. How many times has the turning point come just when you said, I accept the best that comes my way? It's not about giving up. It's about loosening your grip so the best can come in. Still on surrender, think about the garden metaphor. You water, tend to the soil, remove excess leaves, but you don't pull the stem to make the plant grow. The part about pulling is control, which causes harm. The part about surrender is trusting in the seed's timing. The ego wants a harvest out of season. Surrender respects the cycles, and because of that, it blooms. When you notice the tension, you choose the direction, set your intention, and let go of control. Surrender. Something inside you opens up. It's as if the road that seemed like a dead end reveals a subtle curve. You take the curve calmly, and the scenery changes. It's not passivity. It's emotional intelligence in service of your peace and your true prosperity. Haste gives way to the right pace. The "it has to be now" becomes "I'm walking the best path." One step at a time. Up to this point, you've understood the logic. Now it's time to experience, even if just for a few moments, how this works in your own life. Guided practice. If you can, close your eyes for a moment. Bring to mind a desire that feels alive today. Notice where it touches your body: chest, throat, stomach, forehead. Ask yourself, does this bring me anxiety or peace? If anxiety arises, soften your inner gaze and adjust your direction. I want what leads me to peace right now. Feel the micro adjustment. Then, let go of control a little. Imagine the balloon rising slowly as you breathe more deeply. If you want, use an anchor phrase. I choose the best route, even if I don't know what it is yet. Stay with this feeling for a few seconds. Maybe relief will arise. Maybe a simple idea that solves 80% of the problem. Maybe just silence. And silence here is already an answer. If this little practice helps you, comment below and share your experience. It can be a word, a short phrase, something you noticed in your body. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because there's a new video every Wednesday, and at any moment, the exact idea you need might show up. And click like. It may seem like a small thing, but that's what makes the algorithm show this video to more people, creating a wave of good that comes back to you and to all of us together. Thank you for staying with me, for taking care of your peace, and for being part of this journey. And if today something in you wants to take the next step, remember the triad. Attention to notice the frequency, intention to steer the helm, surrender to let the best happen. When this triad becomes a habit, life becomes less about conquering the world and more about getting in sync with what makes you feel alive. It's at this point that prosperity stops being a race and becomes a natural consequence. And yes, when it becomes relevant for you to want what God wants for you, it stops being a distant idea and turns into a concrete practice. Clarity to see, direction to choose, and confidence to walk your path. If this opened up something inside you, right here, what moved you? Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and hit the like button, because this simple gesture helps this message reach more people. And deep down, that's how we create a wave of good that comes back to you and to all of us. Your participation matters more than you think. Thank you for being here.